Hello everyone, welcome to another video tutorial by moi, Jen Morgano. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in North America, more specifically Long Island, New York. Today we're going to be creating this pretty card using the Mistletoe Magic and Coordinating Dies bundle from this July's mini catalog. I love the lined images in this. I just really think it lends itself towards coloring. Now, coloring is a little scary to me. I watch people online all the time. Beautiful shading, gorgeous. I am a little intimidated by it, but I really think that stamping blends make a good go of it. And that's what I've used here. They're very forgiving. I love them. So we're going to be using this mistletoe sprig and bow image. We're going to color those in. So let me show you some of the things here on the card. We're going to use a cherry cobbler card base, and it's going to be 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to use a piece of mossy meadow that's cut at 3 by 5.5, and we're going to run it through using our 3D Wintry 3D embossing folder. And then we're going to use a 1 inch by 5.5 strip of the new Distress Gold paper in the annual catalog. I love it. It is gorgeous. It's so much nicer than just a plain piece of foil. It has some really nice distressed, if you will. Haha, they named it aptly, pieces on it. So those are going to be our layers on the top. We're going to stamp. Now this sample uses basic white. I also, this one I'm going to make next uses very vanilla. Either or works, whatever you have. So we're going to stamp and cut out these images. We're going to stamp them in Memento Tuxedo Black ink and color in using some blends. We're going to use dark and light cherry cobbler, dark and light mossy meadow, and the ivory for the bow. I kind of want to get like a little burlap look. We're also going to stamp Merry Christmas in the cherry cobbler ink and crop that out using the larger banner from the Stylish Shapes dies. Tell me, if you've bought these, do you use them every day? Because I feel like I use them every day. Hey, what am I going to cut this out with? Let me go to my Stylish Shape dies, and waha, or voila, or something. Aha, I find something that works. So this is the largest banner piece from those Stylish Shapes dies. Then finish it off with a few festive pearls, and that comes in this pack. So you have red, kind of a seafoamy green or a light green. It's probably a soft succulent, the silver and the gold. Okay, so I've done some of the work for us already. Let me get those pieces out, and we can color. Now, if you're coloring, just make sure you have something underneath, because these are alcohol markers and they do bleed through. So you want to make sure you're not ruining anything underneath. I always kind of just go with some shading if they already have it, some lines. I always start with my dark. And then fill in with the lighter color. And don't worry if you get some harsh lines, kind of like that one. These are alcohol markers, like I might have stated 5 times. You can blend them out. So I'm just gonna start filling in. And if you don't have blends, whatever markers you have will do the trick. If you've never colored with blends before, I really suggest you try it. I love them. Way back in the day, we just had the Stampin' Right markers for coloring, and those do good, but sometimes they leave harsh lines and kind of don't like the outcome. These kind of just smooth out into a nice even color. One of the things I have on my list of I don't know if I want to say things to master, that's setting the bar high, but things to really try is to take some classes on coloring with blending. I know sometimes I see Patty Bennett does a really great job with blending using these blends. Something to aspire to. Practice, 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 right? Even if it's just a few minutes a day. things we tell our kids but rarely follow ourselves. Practice makes perfect. Okay, so I'm almost done with the leaves. So again, these are the dark and light mossy meadow blends. I have to work on some background music. I know a few musicians. I'll get them to make me something. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with some cherry cobbler. That was the dark cherry cobbler, and then finish off with the light. Whenever I see mistletoe, I think of growing up. My mom always, she still does to this day, actually. My kids get a kick out of it. Hangs a mistletoe sprig in the doorway. Got to get a smooch, right? So again, I said I wanted to go kind of for a burlap color. I thought the best, in my opinion, for my card that I created, was using the ivory blends. When the stamps first came out, Stampin' Up! Had ivory and bronze to help do skin tones. They recently came out with a bigger collection. That's about 5 different takes on tones. They're really, really great. So if you want to check those out, if you're into coloring people, those are a great addition to your craft collection. They're really pretty. Okay, so done coloring. We can assemble our card. And we'll start with the cherry cobbler card base. Varnish that, fold good. And my piece of gold, and I did emboss. Of course, where did that go? Here it went. I did emboss that piece of mossy meadow, so you can see this is a 3D embossing folder from the Wintry folder pack. It comes with this one, the pine boughs, and it also comes with some snowflakes. So super useful for the winter creations you are making right now. You can see it's a really nice image. This distressed gold paper is gold on one side, white on the other. So what I want to do is turn this image upside down, put a strip of glue along here. And then kind of just line up my gold this way so it's even. Okay, once I have that, I can glue the rest down. It's funny, I had stopped doing get-togethers at my house for crafting right before COVID hit. And I started again, and someone had mentioned, hey, how come you're using so much liquid glue now? Because I had always used the tape runners. I don't know what happened. I just feel like I've gravitated towards glue. So I do use a lot of glue. Again, use your adhesive of choice. I just kind of like the more permanence. Is that grammatically correct? Not sure. Of the liquid glue. You know, once it goes down and dries, you know it's set. If you prefer the Stamp and Seal or whatever runner you use, go for it. This is just what I use. We're going to adhere our mistletoe next. I use dimensionals for that. And a few will do ya. Okay, just kind of place it where you will. And then I used a glue dot for the bow. You notice I'm not using the traditional roll of glue dots. I am a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, so I may have 12,000 sheets of extra glue dots. I try to use everything I get, right? So you kind of put that up on the top, press that down. So that is that. Next, what we're going to do is which I've already done to save us time, stamp our Merry Christmas sentiment on a piece of Very Vanilla, and we use cherry cobbler. So this is the stamp. I cut that out for us. We're going to fix it right here using some dimensionals. And then you can finish it off using some of these festive pearls. I always use a pair of tweezers. You can use your take a pick tool. I've seen some people do. Let's try that. With the putty end. I always feel like my putty's oozing. Let's see. Come on. Oh, it worked. Oh, sure, it's playing nice. Good. There you go. Okay, so this is the take your pick a tool. It comes with a putty side, this little piercer side, and a spatula side that you can switch out. Again, to go back with my first video with the gilding leaf, I bought this and very rarely used it, but more so now I am taking it out. So that's useful. You can use, ooh, look at these Revlon tweezers from 8,000 years ago. You can use these to pick it up, whatever you use. Okay, so that's that card. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you like it. I will put the links to my blog, www.cardandmom.com, down in the description below, as well as with the link to the products I used. Have a great day. Find some time to craft, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.